Good afternoon. My name is Peter Benjamin. I'm the founder of TvOnthego. TvOnthego is a cloud-based platform that syncs content to mobile media, and also we deliver content to kiosks, over the internet, and via broadband. And what we basically do is we create content, we aggregate content, and we deliver it to mobiles, and also we allow the customers to see their own television from their homes. Now, in today's driven times, what we have is basically a consumer's choice has to be anytime and anywhere. That's what they're used to. Now, my colleague Bill Herndon and I, we've been together for about 15 years, just growing content and doing digital branding for a couple of brands. And today we're humbled to be here because it's a great opportunity to be part of the Hilton brand. So what we're looking to do here is very simple. We add value to our clients by just giving them a tool that engages their audience, not only by just regular media, but also the user media that they create from their own consumers. Now, what we've realized over the years is that if you turn the clicks, the pics, and the likes into a quantifiable resource, then you can engage that customer. And the foundation of what we're doing is always based on our audience-based digital strategies, and we all know that it's just about the audience. Now, TvOnthego, what we basically do is we seek to provide mobile access to the content over connected TVs, which are now consist of wearables, smart TVs, devices, tablets, and even the watches. Like, for example, the watches are supposed to be coming out. We're looking for this. It's not here yet, but guess what? When it comes out, we'll be able to put a TV on your watch. Now, what we do here is that we allow the customer to access traditional channels as well as the customers to create their own personal experience through a brand that we call My Story. And it's basically what your clients will say from their point of view about your brand. And that's going to be powered by TvOnthego. And we've got a name for it, it's Hilton TV. And that's kind of the brand that we're going for. So imagine you have your brand, it's tweeted, it's liked, it's pinned, and it just keeps engaging. Now, what that does is that eliminates the challenges that most brands have. And that brand challenge is very simple. If the messenger is what the client listens to, then guess what? They're listening to that first. But then after that, once they engage that messenger, they're now going to listen to your message. But if they don't like the messenger, they will not listen to your message. It doesn't matter what you actually put out there. Now, we understand this concept pretty well. And our compatibility is really what we have to offer as our strong point. You know, adaptability, flexibility. We move based on the customer's guidance. Like I said before, we not only deliver our content, we also deliver the content that Hilton TV or any other brand would provide within the context of other channels or however they would like to have it. Now, Bill and I have worked over 30 years in a tremendous amount of brands like VH1, Nuvo, Atlantic Records, Paramount Pictures, and at TvOnthego, what we realize is that if you harness the power of adaptability and accessibility, you win.
Thank you, Pete. When we talk about accessibility, I mean, let's be frank with each other. It's not magic. At the end of the day, it is about our audience. And I want to take a different look at accessibility. When we know that it's about the customer, and we know how important that is, but have we ever thought about behind the scenes? Have we thought about the strategic partners that lend itself to accessibility? And let me give you two quick examples. Just recently, 2 weeks ago, we're working with a startup pizzeria that's actually turning itself into a franchise. We identified an opportunity with Fox and Paramount. How many people have heard of the movie Ninja Turtles? Oh, you went to see that? Me too. But anyway, we knew that they were doing advanced screenings for the movie, and we also knew that the pizzeria wanted to gain further accessibility so that they could continue to build their brand. So we said, wait a minute, why don't we synergistically pair the two together? It didn't cost the pizzeria any more money. It didn't cost Fox or Paramount any more money, but it allowed them both to have access to their customer base that would help them further their brand. When we look at TvOnthego, a big pusher of that is going to be our strategic relationships when it comes to content creators. Because at the end of the day, you have two things. You have the traditional channels, which we'll offer, but you'll also have the ability for the customer to create their experience and share that. Now, here's a key with that. You're not going to just be able to create it and just put it up there. There's going to be filters in place to make sure that it doesn't alter the objective of the Hilton brand. The other part of this is when you look at adaptability. One of the things that, my background and Pete's, I've spent a lot of time in TV. I've spent a lot of times in the music industry. I've traveled. I've spent a lot of time in the Hilton. One of the things that bothers me is when we try to force a round hole into a square peg. We shouldn't do that. It's about listening. How often do we feel like, oh my God, it's like, oh, we got to do this, we got to do this. It's great, it's wonderful, it's all this. Instead of just listening. So at TV on the Go, our first objective is to listen to the client and make sure if we're going to create branded video content, it has to meet the needs of the client. So adaptability, it's not about being an ice cube. It's about being slush. Pete?
All right, and to briefly reiterate what Bill has said, you know, we have an app that basically allows you to get TV on one side. It also allows you to socially interact with that TV. So watching something on TV, whether it's Tilton or it's their own niche channel or channel 2 or channel 5 or whatever channel we decide to bring, you can actually tweet, you can pin and at the same time without disrupting the experience. You can take that by the pool. You can take it to the bar. You can actually experience, you know, the videos on the way to the airport or from the airport. And after you basically come from the airport, you have this content that you took on your phone from your guests. And at the end of the day, that information basically gets uploaded to your account and you're pinning it. And people can follow that through a link through Hilton, once it's approved, of course, to say, okay, this was my experience. Now that experience now tells someone else, hey, I'm a customer, I went to this place, I wasn't paid, but this is what I'm gonna try to give to you. And by the way, you can watch TV on this app as well. And this is what the Hilton experience is all about.
So just to be clear, so you've talked about creating content, which you guys do, is that correct?
Yes.
You create
We do both.
unique
We
content,
provide the
and then you have,
traditional content and create it.
and so you have partnerships with other media entities that have that
Yes.
content? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you've talked about the user content as well. Are you talking about content that a guest would create in a hotel, or that they've pulled together content from multiple sources into some store?
No, this is actually an engaged content delivery platform for the guests. While the guest is at Hilton, they're doing a video selfie. Hi,
Okay.
I'm here and I'm at the Hilton. And it's the front door lobby, or when the guy passes, you can say, hey, would you like to tell us about your experience? Hey, try the app. You know,
Okay.
and we have a contest. You rewards points and those things. So it keeps the client engaged to say, oh, well, you know, I want to be a part of this. We sell lifestyle brands.
Right.
And
And the other aspect of that, let's say you're the customer and you're in Japan and you're planning to come to the U.S. Maybe you get to click on and see a video of experience of someone that has spent time in the U.S. and gives you some insight to what the experience is going to be like.
Okay. And then the content that's not user-generated, what type of content do you have? I mean, is it like
It can
major network stuff? Is it, hey, I want to be able to pull up a movie and watch that? Like what sort of?
I think it's a combination
Well,
of both.
it's a combination of both. Like the current platform that we have now, we have a partnership with a content delivery company that has about 600 channels and growing, and we add more. Like we have HSN, you can get QVC, Bloomberg, Crackle. We kind of link to whatever content is, and also we can develop new content. Now,
Okay.
up until
And
6 weeks ago,
Just a quick question: is the technology is it live stream or is it something?
it's live stream. It's live stream, and it can be through the archive, but it's done through playlist technology. So it's live, or you can archive, but it's controlled by a back end that Hilton TV would be able to control.
Okay, right on the dot. Thank you very much, guys.
Hey, thank you so much.